right, folks, what is going on? This is 529 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller, and I just got finished watching the Super Bowl, and I wanted to get this episode out of the way because there's a lot on my mind when it comes to the Super Bowl and what just happened. You talk about the Eagles, you talk about the Chiefs. The game was pretty decent. You know, everybody talking about the holding call or whatever the case may be at the end of the game. I get it. It kind of ruined the moment, but I will just say this. It was an exciting game, but what happened at the end of the game was football. Everything slowed down because football took place at the end of the game. It was all excitement, great plays. Everybody was wild, but the enthusiasts, the guys who just love the sport, understand it was football. You take all the entertainment out of it. What happened was football. If you ever want to say it was a bad call or not, whatever the case may be, hey, even the cornerback, he said, the one who did the holding, Bradbury, he said that it was holding. He said he thought he can get away with it. So you can go check that out. He did say that. He quoted it, and you could probably find it somewhere on the internet. So he knew what he did, and it was football. A great game, whatever the case may be. But we're going to talk about these two teams, and we're going to look at this through the lens of the Falcons. And I'm going to ask, why not the Falcons? Why not? Why can't our team can't be like one of these two teams? And the reason why I like to pick these two teams, because one, they were in the Super Bowl, and two, they're structured total opposite from total opposite of each other. So I want to talk about that as well. If this is your first time here, welcome. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble. I'm also on Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. If you want to check out the podcast on those avenues, you can check that out as well. Also, this show is brought to you by BetUS. Check out that link down in the description. Put down $100, and you can bet on all types of things from, well, the NFL is over now, but you can do the NBA, the MMA, esports, college basketball. I think the XFL is coming up and USFL. I wonder if they're going to be putting bets on those as well. I would not be surprised. It would not be a bad idea. And if you know a little bit about football, I would encourage you to do so. Put $100 down, get 125% bet book bonus, and that also helps the show. Hopefully you guys will check that out. Now, I will say I am back at home. I've been traveling back and forth from Atlanta to where I am here in South Carolina, trying to get things together to get moving. Haven't found the place that I wanted yet, but I am getting a little anxious. I'm ready to move. I'm about to start clearing more of this stuff out because I'm ready to go. So hopefully by the end of the month, things will be on that level, and I'll be back in the Atlanta area where I really want to be because I can have more access to talk about some of these things that's going on in Atlanta, preferably the Falcons. So the only thing I'll say, man, just keep pushing, keep grinding, whatever you're doing, because that's what I'm doing. The Falcons are in a really good position. They're in a really good position to do some things as far as building this team to be a championship caliber team. And I know a lot of people look at the Falcons and be like, oh, the Falcons are never going to win a championship. 2083, they had their chance. Thomas Dimitroff, Matt Ryan, all of them, they messed it up. They blew a lead or whatever the case may be. But this is a whole different situation now. This is a completely different situation. You look at the quarterback that we have. We may get another quarterback. I'm saying this now. I know y'all see him on the screen. If you're looking at this on YouTube or Rumble, I do have Desmond Ridder up there. And I know what Arthur Blank said. He is excited about him. But there's nothing set in stone to say that he's going to be the quarterback. I think he's done pretty good. But nevertheless, even if he is, I think we're in good hands personally. And also, you look at the salary cap, what we have now. You also look at the coaching staff that we have now. I think we're in good hands to progress to that level. Terry Fontenot, I know he's not in this situation just to be mediocre. He's already came from a championship caliber organization who won championships. Arthur Smith has that same mentality. Ryan Nielsen has that same mentality. You got players on this team who are capable of taking it to the next level. You don't go 7-10 with the team that is coached like this or with the talent like this without having that drive or that push. And I know a lot of people say 7-10 is trash, but when you're looking at a team that's supposed to win 2 games and they end up winning 5 more than what you think, what do you expect? Imagine if the team get a little bit better on both sides of the ball and with better coaching. Look at a defensive coordinator. Now you're looking at a team that could possibly win 5 or 6 more games. Now you're talking about 13 or 12 wins. So you also have to understand what this team is about and what they're doing. Why not? You look at the salary cap situation. Desmond Ridder right now is on a rookie contract. We'll probably bring in a veteran. We may draft another quarterback, but either way, both quarterbacks on rookie contracts. You know who's on a rookie contract? Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is on a rookie contract, and they got a lot of guys that are going to be free agencies at some point. But at the same time, they have a lot of room to move around with as far as still going to have some cap space, still going to have a situation where they're going to have draft picks. Shout out to the Saints for giving them their draft pick. First round, I think. They're going to be able to put some things together still with all this going on. Jalen Hurts is under contract until the end of 2023. They're only paying him $4 million. So they have a very good situation here to where they don't have to pay him right away. But once that 2023 season is up and it goes in 2024, he's going to be an unrestricted free agent. They're probably going to have to pay him a lot of money. And if they do pay him a lot of money, what's going to happen is they're going to have to find ways to pick and choose what talent they want to keep on the team. But as of right now, the fact you have a rookie contract with the quarterback, you don't have to pay him, you can build talent all around him. And that's what they did. Now, go back and flip and look at what the Eagles done. Not Eagles, but the Chiefs have done. The Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes has signed a $10 million contract back in 2020. No, I think it was 2022, I'm sorry. Or 2021. $10 million extension, I'm sorry. He's going to be a free agent in 2032. He's pretty much he's going to be a Chief for life. He's not going anywhere. I'm pretty sure he's going to play his entire career as a Kansas City Chief. I'll be extremely surprised if he goes anywhere else. With that being said, they build a lot of talent around him, a lot of young talent that's not being paid as much. So even though that right now the salary cap for him is not that big of a hit because his contract is backloaded, they're still not paying a lot of guys a lot of money. So they're like right there on the cusp of going over the salary cap at times, but they're still trying to make a way. They had to get rid of a couple of linemen a few years ago when they lost to the Buccaneers. They had to get rid of them because they didn't have the money. But what they did was they turned around and got young talent to continue to, or young talent or affordable talent to continue to make this team go. And I know you look at these two quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes. I don't think Desmond Ridder is up to their standard yet, but he has the tools. You saw what he did in those 4 games. You got to start somewhere. Everybody thought that, Jalen Hurts was not going to be the guy when he first got into the league. Well, look at him now. You look at Patrick Mahomes, he was basically benched for a whole year because they felt like he wasn't ready. They got him ready. And Arthur Smith tried his best to keep him on the bench, but Marcus Mariota did what Marcus Mariota does, and we see what happened there. But at the same time, when you look at what both teams have done, it's a recipe where the Falcons could go either way with this. If Desmond Ridder actually decides to ball out of his contract, which I did an episode of this, where I say he will outplay his rookie contract, I still believe that. He will outplay his rookie contract. I think he has the tools, and I think he'll play just as well enough with him and Drake London, Kyle Pitts. You bring in another number 2 receiver. You got Tyler Algier in the backfield. You probably get another tight end or keep one of your tight ends. Not First, what was the other guy? I can't remember his name, but he played pretty well down the stretch. You give Desmond Ridder some weapons under his rookie contract. He can outplay that contract. You're going to mess around and probably have to pay him like, I ain't going to say like Mahomes because his contract is insanely, ridiculous. I mean, he was getting paid $450 million. But when you want to pay somebody almost up to like $40, $50 million a year, you could do that and continue to try to have good talent around him. Or if you want to keep that Kyle Pitts, Desmond Ridder, Drake London situation together, you may want to try to pay them and get good talent around them like they did with Patrick Mahomes, or you may want to go the route with Jalen Hurts. Try to get as much talent around him as possible. And try to win it now. And the way that Coach Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot and even Ryan Nielsen, the way they've been talking, they want their cake and eat it too. I would not be surprised they're going to try to make a run within the next 2 or 3 years. Seriously. They were trying to make a run these past 2 years. They were trying to make the playoffs. I'm pretty sure y'all didn't know that. A lot of people don't want to hear that because of the fact that, okay, we just going to get bounced out in the first round. You don't know that. Seriously. Who's to say that you're going to get, once you're in, anything can happen. But this is one thing I said before as well. I don't like the fact that this fan base is so broken, and I understand. And it's not a knock on them because I know a lot of people don't like to hear that. But this fan base can be broken sometimes because of the fact that of 28-3, of what happened in the playoffs before with Roddy White and the whole situation when we lost to the San Francisco 49ers that won the NFC Championship game. I get it. But you got a new regime here. All those people who was back then, from 28-3 on back, we don't have any of those guys now. Not on the coaching staff anyway, I don't think. Yeah, you may still have Grady Jarrett here, Jake Matthews here. You may still have those guys here from the Super Bowl run, but you're really going to put it on them? Jake Matthews played pretty good. That was a great offensive line that year. Grady Jarrett would have been MVP. Dude had like 2 sacks on Tom Brady. Between him and Rocky Alford, you could have made a case for defensive MVP. So it wasn't those 2 guys' fault that are still here. We just have to understand this is a new regime. This is a new look, a new makeup of what this team is about now. So with that being said, why not the Falcons? Why not? If you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think. Why not? Let me know. Do you think that, you want to be a troll if you're not really a Falcons fan? You want to just say, oh, the Falcons always lose, whatever the case may be. Okay, I get it. I've been hearing it I've been hearing it for a long time now. It's nothing new. You know what I'm saying? But just let me know what you guys think. If you like this commentary, like I said, I am on YouTube and Rumble. I'm also on Anchor, Stitch, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. I am going to go ahead and get up out of here. I got a lot of work to do, everybody. Hopefully, I'll have everything together, start getting this thing moving to the Georgia area. It's kind of wishy-washy on a couple of houses that we looked at. But what I want to say is, if you really want it, you got to go out and get it. And I'm pushing for it, and I'm going to keep doing what I do. Hopefully, everything falls into place. Wish me luck. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll keep putting up content. I will see you guys on the next one. You guys take it easy. You guys be blessed. See you guys on Tuesday. Peace.